everyone, and welcome to Tammy's Yarn House. Today we are going to do this simple one row repeat of a single and a double crochet in the same stitch. This blanket is very soft and cuddly. I put a simple border of a single crochet and these little shell stitches on here I thought would look cute. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we are going to start by putting a slip knot on our hook, and you can do this however you feel comfortable. This is just a way I learned how to do it as a child, and it has always stuck with me. But like I always say, you do what makes you feel comfortable. Now, this pattern is worked up in even numbers, so make sure that you chain an even number. Okay, we are going to chain up 20. That should give us a nice little swatch for you to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Alright, we have our 20 chains. Now you can work in the front of these chains. However, if you turn your work to the side and you see those back ridges, if you work into those back ridges, the edge of your project is going to be a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner. And if you want to put a border on this, just turn it around. Look, your V-stitches are already there, so you don't have to hunt and find or invent stitches for a border. We are going to work single crochets all the way down this line, and we are going to start from the second chain from the hook. Now remember, our loop on our hook never counts, so we are going to do single crochets into the second chain from the hook, and that's this one right here. Single crochet, and if you'll do these all the way down to the end, I'll meet you at the end and tell you what to do next. Here we are at the end of our first row, and we are going to start our second row by chaining 1. Turn your work, and we are going to work in that first stitch right here. We're going to work into this one. We are going to do a single crochet and a double crochet always. That's how we're going to start our rows. A single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. Then we are going to skip 1 and work another single and double into the next one. If you want to look at it from the top, you're going to skip that first, work into the second stitch, and we're going to work a single and a double crochet together into the same stitch. And that's really what our pattern is. Skip that stitch, work into the next one. See it from the top? Skip that stitch, work into that one. And we're going to do a single crochet and a double crochet together. There we are. We've got it. Now if you want to continue to do that, skipping 1 and working 1 all the way down, I'll show you at the end. Here we are at the end of our second row, and if your count is correct, you should have 2 stitches left, and we do. 1, 2. Now since we already worked a cluster in this one, we skip 1, and in our final stitch we will always work a single crochet only. Just 1 single crochet. That is how you are going to end your rows, always with a single. And there we have it. There is your second row. Now we're going to start our third row by chaining up 1, turn your work, and again in this very first stitch we will always work a single and a double together in that first stitch. Now we're going to work in the single crochets, which is the second from the beginning, 1 and 2. We're always going to work in the single crochets. This stitch right here belongs to this double crochet. that stitch belongs to the single crochet. And if you pull your work apart just gently, that single crochet stitch just pops right open. It's almost like it's winking at you. It pops right open and it lets you know where to go. And you don't have to tug very hard. You see, they'll just pop open for you. Looky there, all of them eyes wide open right there. And it's a good guide so you know where to work. And that's where you'll work from here on out, is always in these single crochet stitches. And we will work a single crochet and a double crochet into each of these. And again, if you're one of those that like to go it from the top, you're going to work in every other one. Skip, work into that single crochet. This is a very easy blanket to do. It works up very fast. There we go. Single crochet, double crochet. Especially if you are using bulky yarn, because this stitch can be used with many different types of yarn. There we go. Works up very, very fast. And we're only working into those single crochet stitches from the row below. And we have a few more left to do. I'll do those with you. Single crochet into that stitch, a single and a double. And there's our last one right there. And we're going to go ahead and put a single and a double into that stitch. We should have two left, 1 and 2. And we're going to put a single crochet into that end always. That's how we end our rows, with a single crochet. And that is this beautiful stitch. Okay, before you go, I want to show you this blanket I made using the same exact stitch. This is a size 7 chunky weight, and you see it almost looks like a completely different blanket compared to our size 3 weight that I did this little baby blanket in. You see the difference? They look like completely different blankets, but it is the same stitch. So this stitch is very versatile and can be used with many different types of yarn. I hope y'all have fun doing your project.